But today, Dirk has actually provided us some awesome cigars. We're getting to one first, and that's the we're going to visit Italy, and we got the Toscano Classico. We're going to check it out, see how it is. We've already had the question, which end do you light? And Dirk has been gracious enough to tell us, start with the fat end in your mouth. So there's a tip.
How put the middle in?
Right up. There you go.
I'm not sure how it turns out.
Light it at both ends. Just put a little hole right there in the middle and light it at both ends and see what happens.
We'll just put a punch in the middle and it'd be fine.
That seems excessive.
It does.
That's it. But we do need to do a check-in on this cigar. Usually we do a check-in after light up, but I've been enjoying it, so I didn't even really think about it. So let's do a check-in on it. What are your first thoughts on it? And then we'll go to your... Actually, while we're doing your first thoughts, let's also do your pairing, because I already started mine. But my first thoughts on this, it's really smooth. I was actually surprised for as it's kind of dark, and it looks kind of... Andy's going to get me for this, but it kind of looked like a big General Grant to me when I first saw it. But it's not loosely wrapped like those are. And it's a very, very good draw on it. I really like the taste of it. What about you, Andy?
Well, first of all, I wanted to do magic with it. It kind of felt like, I don't know, a wizarding wand, but it lit up really well. It's got, I'm with you, Gibbs. It's got a really good draw. So before the podcast started, we were talking about kind of what it smelled like. And Dirk, I'm stealing your words. But Black Forest ham is probably a good olfactory word for it. Doesn't come across my tongue that way. Because if it did, I'd have gone and got some bread and just gone to town. But it is good. It's got I can't yet place where my palate says it's at. But it's different than the things that I generally smoke. But it's a good difference. And I'm drinking. What am I drinking? I'm drinking James I Wouldn't Be Reserve, which is Tennessee straight bourbon from the wonderful people at Old Smoky, because it was the fullest bottle I had and could fit, into a glass.
So, no thought process behind it. It's just like, hey, I want to grab that one.
Zach and I talked about my thought process the other afternoon when he picked up the cigars, and
Yeah,
it's what you got, not what I'm running out to get.
Okay, fair enough. Not putting you down. Gotta say it works out anyway, right?
I mean, you said it was like a General Grant, so we're not knocking anybody. We don't king shank.
All right, Robert, how about you, buddy?
Yeah, it lit up well, kind of still going. I was trying to go for the ash, but it dropped off just a second ago. Ended up in my lap. But yeah, I like it. It's very smooth. It's very, very smooth. I mean, it's almost like, I don't know how to describe it. It's burning great, and I like it.
What I do like about this cigar is I do feel like Clint Eastwood and the good, bad, and the ugly.
I'm watching Zach, and every now and then he'll hold it, and a certain way I'm like, that's Clint Eastwood right there. And like, there.
See, but I think
I feel that. I feel that.
With the big bushy beard, I think he's more like a villain of a Clint Eastwood film, honestly. But that's just me. That's the vibe I get.
I don't think there are villains in Clint Eastwood's movies, to be honest. Well, I don't know. Maybe they are, but I don't.
Everybody's kind of a bad guy in there.
I'm going to say, yeah.
In
most of those films,
yeah, everybody's a bad guy.
But I think, honestly, Clint Eastwood's the bad guy in most of them because he's usually playing the side against the side. He's the guy in the middle. She's playing both of them. So it's like, which one actually is the bad guy in this situation? But, sorry, Zach, go ahead with yours, man.
Let me get another. I like this cigar. It does remind me a little bit of Clint Eastwood, just like the thinness, and we were talking about that before we got started, and I gotta admit, it makes me feel a little cool. But as far as like the cigar itself and its flavors, I'm getting a little bit of like kind of black pepper out of it, which, as a few of you know, is kind of a thing I like in cigars. But it's not overpowering. It's a little more approachable than I was expecting based on the smell and like the wrapper taste, which tasted like it was going to be pretty potent. So it's much more approachable than I was expecting. And for being kind of like a non-uniform construction, the draw is really good on it. Very, it's enough tension to kind of feel like you're pulling the smoke through, and it's not just free flowing, but it's not hard to get any smoke out of it. And smoke output's good. Yeah, I will admit this changed my opinion a little bit. If I'd seen this in the store, I might have skipped over it, but now I probably would pick up a little box of it because I kind of like it.
Well, they come in this nice little 5-pack, so once you get them, they're really nice to have. They actually came directly from Italy when I was there this summer. I picked up a few of those packs here, and I always, like you, Zach, I always thought about Clint Eastwood having those. So that's why I was hunting for them. It wasn't that easy to find them, to be honest with you, because it's cigars are not everywhere in Italy, at least not where I was. So.
It makes perfect sense because we talked about it earlier before the podcast. With Italy, spaghetti westerns were filmed there. So, what would be the cigar that Clint Eastwood would have picked up? It would have been something like this. So, it definitely has that nostalgia, and we like I said, we've had episodes where we've talked about that specific thing where Clint Eastwood smoking a cigar was kind of an influence for us. Is like, hey, that's pretty badass. So it definitely has that nostalgia to it. So I'm actually getting to the sad part of my cigar. It's like really low. Robert's doing pretty good on his. I'm surprised.
I'm slow.
Dirk still has a whole cigar. It's not he hadn't even lit it yet. See, he knows how to actually enjoy his cigars. Andy's doing all right.
Cigar makes me want to smoke it faster.
I'm trying to enjoy this cigar. It's not like a regular cigar.
I know it's very enjoyable.
Yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying this one. No rush.
I've only got one of these, so I'm dragging it out as long as I can.
There you go.
I know, right?
You can't go down to the store and pick one up.
This is true.
Can't order them on Amazon either.
It looked like somebody was importing them when I was trying to do a little research on it.
Yeah, there are some out there. You can buy them. I've seen them.
All right, so mine has gone out. I want to see if I can relight it. But yeah, it's down to that.
If I relight mine, I'm gonna
get out here shortly.
Some mustache hairs or something.
I think I can get a couple more puffs out of this before we review it, because we're definitely going to review this one. We can't all be professionals like Dirk and draw it out as long as he does. I'm impressed by that, by the way. I really am. You have the patience for it. I don't. But of course, we're trying to squeeze, a show into it, so I'm smoking them faster than what I really should be to enjoy it correctly.
I enjoyed it pretty correctly.
Zach's like, speak for yourself. I loved it.
It's awesome.
Can't do the cigar anymore. Dang it. Just burnt me. It's okay. It's worth it.
That's what that missing spot is on your mustache.
Right there. For all the burning. It's called the sacrificial middle.
Sure.
So do we want to rate it? I don't want to end it, even though I haven't, we can keep. But for me, cigar lit well. I did have a construction issue, but I think because it was shipped a couple times, that probably was the problem. So I'm not going to knock it off for construction, but lit up well. The taste of it was great. I couldn't pinpoint anything specific out of it. I couldn't, tell you if it was leather, cedar, whatever. But normally I can't do that anyway, so I don't know why you expect that from me.
That's why we have Zach.
So that's why we have Zach point out those notes. Then for me, no film in the mouth, which it's definitely a big thing for me. No film in the mouth, so it's great there. Smoke output was great. I felt like Clint Eastwood the entire time, which that was the whole point. And so I'm gonna give it a 4.25. Only thing I'm knocking it out for is I kind of wish it was a little bit bigger, just a little bit bigger.
Well, you have 5
I mean, that's true. I don't have that pack. I only have one, but that's okay. It paired well with the whiskey that I'm having, but honestly, with this whiskey, I don't think there's anything that's going to probably go bad. Be a bad pairing with it. So, so 4.25 is our rating. How about you, Andy?
I liked it. It was a different experience cigar wise than what we usually have. It's outside of my usual range of the Rothschild or the Lonsdale. That 5.5 by 60, and so it was definitely an awesome experience. I'm with you, Dirk. I kind of got the earthy tones with it, and it paired. I'm with Gibbs. I don't know that anything doesn't pair well with a good reserve whiskey, and I don't have the palate that Zach does. So we'll let Zach use all the fancy descriptive words. But it smoked really well, and yeah, I need a roach clip at this point. And I'm grateful to have this cigar. So, but it's been enjoyable. It drew really well. It did good strength. It wasn't overpowering. It's good earthy, flavors to it. On a 1 to 5, I'd probably go to 4, but I would definitely if I find it online, which I will probably go hunt for it in the very near future. I'll probably pick some up just to have some on hand to try again and see how I feel about it after having more than just one.
All right. How about you, Robert? You're enjoying it because you still have it.
I'm enjoying the shit out of this. Eric, thank you so much for this. This is awesome. I'm going to say 4.7, and I would go higher, but I can't find them here in the States.
Yeah,
I order them. That's the only thing stopping me from going higher. I mean, it lit well, burns great. No, I didn't have the construction juice that Ben had. Flavor was nice. I will leave it to Zach to tell us the flavors, of course. I didn't get any cardamom out of it, but I don't think I did anyway. Zach, you'll have to tell me. But yeah, 4.7.
Yeah. I don't think we're gonna let Robert with cigars.
His video is lost every time he starts talking about cigars.
Actually, I think I'm gonna edit it to the point where he says, "Thanks, Dirk, for the cigar,"
right,
and cut it off there. That's it. How about you, sir?
It was surprising to me. Like I said before, you can't judge. It's different from the cigars that I would normally pick by appearance, but that has me thinking that maybe I should open my horizons a little more. It was approachable. I would say medium light, maybe not overpowering, but not absent or anything like that. I got pepper, which I talked about earlier, and that kind of tapered off towards the last third for me. Probably just became a little taste blind to that after a while. And then actually, you mentioned earth. I got a little earth, and it kind of sweetened up a little bit to me towards the end, which was kind of pleasant. I definitely felt the Clint Eastwood vibe, which made me feel kind of cool. Let's see. I'm gonna give it a 4. And I'm probably going to order some to have on hand because that was delightful. Thank you again, Dirk.